Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms and the cheap ass zombie movie week. And as you can see here, I have two guests, Krazy Jay and the Headbanger from Horror's Ball. How's it going, guys?
Good evening.
So today we are going to be reviewing Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. You better listen, right? And Headbanger, you got a hard box of that, right?
Very hard.
Super hard box.
Yes, there. Here.
Yeah, I could kind of see it. Yeah, there's a little glare, but yeah, you could still make it out. Sweet. That's awesome. Who put that one out?
It doesn't say.
Really?
That's what's odd.
Kind of surprised.
It's a secret.
You figured tell who put it out.
It's CFA, I don't even know what that is, so. It's,
That's a nice hard box, though.
Yeah, it is actually really nice.
Yeah. So as you guys can see, we are doing this over Google Plus here. I figured I'd want to get these two guys in here on this zombie week, and just briefly talk about the story here. It tells a story of a cinema, or not a cinema, but a group. Yeah, a theater troupe, that's it. Yeah, I was kind of tongue-twisted there. A theater troupe led by a guy named Alan, played by Alan Ormsby. And they go to this place, and he is saying that he wants to raise zombies. So they do this incantation or whatever, and these zombies arise, and it ends up just being some of his friends. But little do they know, he really does want to raise the dead. And he ends up getting this corpse out of the ground, Orville. And ends up successfully bringing him back to life and some of Orville's friends. And, you know, all chaos ensues from there, basically. So, what do you guys think about this film?
Crazy after you.
I like this one. It's ridiculous, though. I mean, the low budget really shows. I mean, in a good way, but I mean, it's Bob Clark's first film, and it's funny, and it's just a crazy movie.
Yeah, and made for $50,000 too. I mean, it really shows, you know.
Oh, it does. It shows the whole way. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's an enjoyable experience, though.
It's party time. It's the shank of the evening. My friend Orville and I are having cocktails in 10 minutes at my island cottage. Strictly informal.
Wait a minute, you can't do that.
Oh, but I can. It's Orville's coming out party. He's been away for a long time. Orville's in the underground, you know. I'm sure he has many interesting things to tell us.
Alan, you're not really going to take that thing back to the cottage.
But it's his party. I mean, it certainly would be rude not to invite him to his own party.
We should show some respect for the dead.
Why? The dead are losers. If anybody hasn't earned respect, it's the dead.
A man has a right to some dignity even when he's dead.
Man is a machine that manufactures manure.
Yeah, it's, you know, I like it. You know, it's basically a satire on Night of the Living Dead, and, you know, I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can look at this film, and I'll get into a little bit more of that here in a little bit once we hear what the Headbanger thinks of it. Are you a very big fan of this one, Headbanger?
I don't love the film, but I definitely really like it. I think, you know, like me and Finchy will watch this every now and then. It's been a long time since we have, but it's pure camp, you know.
Yeah.
Intentionally. And I don't think you see too many, like, really campy films from the 70s like that. I think it's kind of unique that way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true.
There's a lot in the 80s that really garnered a lot of campy films, but as far as, like, intentional 70s campy horror, I don't think there's too much of that.
Yeah.
So I think it's a lot of fun. It's a good movie to watch with your buddies, but I think it's got a charm to it to me. And even as cheesy as it is, I really like the atmosphere. I think it does have some atmosphere to it. Um, I like the makeup. I think the makeup's really cool.
Yeah.
Again, it's cheesy, but I don't know, I just overall like the atmosphere, and Alan Hornsby is just over the top and awesome in that role. I just
Yeah.
think it's a lot of fun. And seeing an early film from a director that I think we all respect a lot, I think it's really cool. So it adds charm because of that as well.
Yeah, and you've got the proper shirt on there too, a Black Christmas shirt.
Oh, yeah, really. Of course, I did that on purpose.
Yeah. You would think so, huh?
You all know I was a Boy Scout.
Yeah. The thing about this movie, I've heard one way of looking at this is it was kind of like a backlash to like the hippie movement. The peace, love, the flowers, everything's going to be all right. And then once you hit the 70s and saw, everything really wasn't going to be all right, this is kind of like a, smack in the face to the hippie movement. And I can see that.
Whoa, I never thought of it that way.
The more I've watched, I like it each time I watch it. I like it more and more.
Yeah, it's a film I really need to go back and revisit. I mean, it's been a long time since I watched it. I mean, I always...
Second chance, Jason. Second chance.
Yeah, this might be a good candidate for second chance. Well, I guess if we weren't already reviewing it now. But, I liked it, but to me, man, it was just boring. It really, I don't know. I don't know if I just expected more or what. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, maybe with fresh eyes, several years removed from the last time I saw it, I might look at it differently. You know how it is, depends on the mood, the time frame you're in and everything can affect how you look at certain films, and you go back and look at it later, it's totally different. That might be the case with this, but maybe not. I don't know, because it has been a while. I wish I could have watched it freshly for this review, but, oh well. So,
yeah, I think it could be something you'd like maybe more if you watch it, but I think for a horror fan, it's a must-have, especially if you're a Bob Clark fan,
Oh yeah, man, for sure. And it's one of the original zombie movies. When zombies became flesh eaters. It's right alongside, just a couple years removed from Night of the Living Dead.
I think it's a good, fun October movie too.
Yeah.
I could see that. And
Yeah.
it's Bob Clark has made so many good films, and this is like a precursor to all that, really.
Yeah, it's almost like for a horror historian, I think it's just a cool movie to have and watch. And yeah, you go into it, expecting what it is, campy. I think it's a solid, fun film.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I definitely.
Alan Hornsby's so ridiculous. I mean that's one thing I remember from this is he is over the top. I mean that's good.
They're just so out there, over the top.
Yeah, he's like an extreme asshole in the movie. I do remember that much too.
Yeah, that's what I remember. He's over the moon performance. I mean that's that's one of the things I remember the most.
Yeah.
That and Orville.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Out of a 1 to 10 scale, Krazy, what would you give it?
I give it about a 7.
Cool. Headbanger?
This is going out of my comfort zone, Jason. But this is your guys' thing. So I usually don't give movies numbers. I just tell you to either fucking buy it or don't fucking buy it. So I'll give it a. Do you allow 0.5?
That's fine. That's more than fine.
I'll give it a 6.5.
I give it a 5 out of 10. Which is, that's mid-range. That's still not bad. Not great, not bad. That's about how I feel about it. Like I said, something I need to revisit here. So, but yeah, guys, that is, I'll show it again. Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. Bob Clark's first film from 1972. If you've never seen it, I'm sure we all agree here, you definitely need to check it out. It's a film all horror fans should see at least one time. And I agree with Headbanger, it needs to be in your collection, especially if you're a zombie movie fan. It's zombie movie history right there.
Right.
For sure. So guys, I appreciate you both joining me here on this cheap-ass zombie movie week. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to have you guys aboard here. You know, spur of the moment review for us to get in here in our primitive ways of filming here on Google Plus. But we are working up. We're coming up in the world. We're gonna get better and better here, and really.
On call.
Yeah, there you go.
Call us when we can.
So, all right, guys. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. And you've been watching Beyond the Realms, guys. Have a good one. Later.